The present state of politics in our government today appears to be hitting the bottom of an already horrific decline. The two-party system severely limits the pool of decent and viable candidates by restricting their views and beliefs to more closely resemble theirs. As a constant voter and loyal patriot, I'm deeply invested in the future and direction of the United States government. By the dumbing down of potential candidates to force them into one category or the other, we the people are cheated out of a new and possibly groundbreaking economic and social change and stifle potential evolutional development. First, how does the two-party system affect the smaller minority parties? By law, if a candidate does not have 15% of the vote, they are not allowed to be televised, giving the Democrats and Republicans hugely unfair advantages for gathering party support by campaigning and debates. With political parties unable to get their platforms to a large audience, fewer progressive ideas become available to the public. With less progressive ideas to choose from, the political environment becomes bogged down and unable to evolve with the times. If minority parties were afforded the same liberties as the more established parties, then the majority couldn't gang up on them and keep the minority suppressed. The smaller parties could redirect the resources from the hefty bill of advertising and work on building their constituent base. According to Ariana Huffington, Republicans and Democrats don't have ideologies. They just have these vague planks made of rotten wood of political expediency. If American party platforms were backyard tree forts, you would not let your children climb in them. As our society evolves with advances in technology and general living, our political thinking must also evolve to accommodate. When a unique candidate presents themselves, if they want to have a better chance of holding office, they must choose between the Democratic Party and the Republican Party. More than likely, not all of their beliefs are going to align exactly with the beliefs of these parties. By forcing politicians to conform to already established party ideals, the candidate is unable to explore other avenues that they may have a more positive effect for the country. Without the ability to think outside the box, the political pool becomes stagnant and bogged down in bipartisan bickering. The standstill of government process due to two parties trying to one-up the other is neither productive for prosperity nor an image of unity for a supposedly united states. As John Adams stated in a letter in 1789, "There's nothing which I dread so much as a division of the Republic into two great parties, each to reign under its leader and concerting measures in opposition to each other. This, in my humble apprehension, is to be dreaded as the greatest political evil ever under our Constitution." How can multiple party policies benefit the government? With the allowance of more parties into the political arena, more diverse thinking will develop. More parties can only mean more choices and more exchange of ideas and solutions. By allowing multiple political parties with differing platforms, progressive thinking will be nurtured rather contorted to conform with already established policies. With the government in gridlock due to rivaling factions, the only victims are the American people who have to sit back and watch as the two go back and forth jockeying for power. The dual nature of politics has come to a point where it's hurting more than it's helping and needs to change with the changing world. The reality is, without change, we are doomed to repeat our mistakes. This reality cries out for a new independent third party dedicated to centrist policies of fiscal pragmatism and social moderation. The Democratic and Republican parties act as if they are playing a zero-sum game employing little more than gotcha politics. They ask questions not to glean information that will lead to better legislative outcomes, but instead to embarrass the opposition. By implementing more parties and having candidates with a broader array of ideas, government can cull the best ideas of all candidates and put them into operation for a more productive, progressive society. The only way to make sure we get the best possible person for the job is to take back the power at the polls by voting for radical political change in the form of a multi-party system. Although we have a voice in government, it's a voice being choked back by limited choices being crammed down our throat by a dual-party system. Thank you.